Hello and welcome back to our third game of the FSL Open Wildcard. I'm Atomo, joining me is Harry Freak. This is an all-women tournament for teams in Southeast Asia as well as Oceanic. And this is the last chance to compete for the FSL Elite, where they can compete for a grand prize of 5,000 Singaporean dollars. That's a lot of money, Harry Freak. That's a good amount of money. What would you do with that amount of money?
I've always thought about if I would get a huge amount of money, not only 5,000 Singaporean dollars, but
Okay.
even a billion dollars, my life wouldn't change. I just have bigger house to clean, I would have to take care of my car. I still stay home, play Dota. I still love to cast some of it as well. So I don't think any amount of money would change my life significantly. So I'm quite happy with how it is right now.
All right, so that's a boring answer. I'd get a plane. I'll just fly around wherever I want to. That's what I would do. But it doesn't matter what we are.
$5,000.
Well, I mean, if you said a billion, I was going to go off with your billion. But yeah, that's what we would do. For these teams, though, we are up in the upper bracket finals, I believe, between Meh as well as Foxy Gaming. This is the journey both teams have taken. At the upper bracket, it's all best of one so far. So if you win, you stay in the upper bracket. You lose, you go down to the lower bracket. As we saw by For the Gang, they actually lost their game. They're out. Their first tournament out of first team out of the tournament. The winner here guarantees their spot in the grand finals. The loser has to go down to the lower bracket finals. So still a bit of a journey for them here. What do you feel? We saw Meh play. We haven't seen Foxy Gaming play so far, but they generally they actually were the fourth ranked team, so that's why they were seeded right into the upper bracket quarterfinals. So good for them. How do you feel about Meh when you saw them play?
In my mind, I still think Run It Down played better Dota in that game. Matt played basic Dota, to be honest, and that is not bad. But if Foxy Gaming are the strongest team with the placement they should be,
Yes.
I think they should be able to take this one away. In my mind, Matt did show that they know how to play Dota, but nothing out of the ordinary. If Foxy is indeed the best team, they should be able to win at least and secure themselves a spot in the grand final.
I know what you mean. It's like both teams draft you at the same level, the standard Marcy, Zeus, Dawnbreaker. It will take something from Meh, something crazy for them to sort of beat Foxy Gaming, or maybe they've improved since last time we saw them. Let's actually go into the draft, see if we're gonna have that Marcy, Dawnbreaker, Zeus or not. And Marcy banned, Dawnbreaker banned. Well, I want to also shout out, just before we begin the draft, our two partners, Intel as well as Yahoo. They've been with us every FSL supporting this tournament, and it's great. I love the initiative. I love the quality of Dota that we're seeing. The teams keep getting better and better and better. And as we saw today, we have had some amazing matches thanks to that. So shout out to Yahoo as well as Intel for keeping up with this.
Yeah, for sure, and I love the sponsors as well. I always use Yahoo Mail. I love it. And recently I got a new i5 processor, and it has been working miracles. Literally, my FPS is pretty much 240 at all times. So and this is not just me advertising. To be honest, you can't buy, you just saw that one, but the Intel really has it has surprised me just how well Dota in particular runs on their processor. So I'm quite happy that they're supporting the tournament here as well.
I actually work for Yahoo, so I'm contractually obligated to always say that they're amazing. But to be honest, Yahoo has always been very good to me, and they've been really good with FSL, so I like them too. Meh, starting off with something you were talking about, something a little bit untraditional. Skywrath Mage, that fits a little bit a hero that we don't see as often. So I do think that Meh might be trying something a bit out of the box. Maybe we'll see a nice Legion Commander with that Skywrath Mage. How would you feel about that?
I'd be okay with it. Skyret May just wants some stun. Starbreaker not the best, but it is definitely solid enough. Though the Dawnbreaker is banned, so we are not gonna see it. Skyret Mage, I can't really say it's completely unexpected. The hero has been here and there appearing in competitive Dota, but mostly against Winter Wyvern. So that is usually when we see the Skyret Mage. Winter Wyvern gets picked, bam, Skyret Mage, because you don't care about the Cold Embrace. You're gonna kill the hero right through it. So Now, when you see a Clockwork and you're a Skywrath Mage, you really don't want to be building into a 4-stab, but you might just actually have to.
Another thing is that we can see the Clockwork go for a Blade Mail because you can just show up on someone. And, usually Clockwork might cog, then the Skyeth Mage throws the Mystic Flare, and the Skyeth Mage is like, haha, I got you. But Clockwork has the Blade Mail. It's like, no. I'm going to play the Uno reverse card, and Skyeth Mage ends up dying. Clockwork usually dies as well because, you take a ton of damage. Jakiro comes out from Fox Gaming. So strong lanes. The Clockwork 4, the Jakiro 5. Overall, pretty solid stuff from Fox Gaming. And as the better, quote unquote better team, they don't really need to do anything out of the bag. It's kind of they have to force the other team to adapt.
Yeah, for sure. Though, what I would like to see is a core Jakiro. Imagine if this is a double offlane Jakiro and the Clockwork. That would actually be really formidable to play into. So might be the case, but in most likelihood, these should be the two supports from Foxy Gaming. So man, they're looking at this one. And they're thinking, what should we go for? If you're thinking about, if you're scared of the Jakiro, you could go for an LC.
I think the LC is really
good. That's another hero that synergizes well with the Skywrath Mage and doesn't really care about the Jakiro spells because you purge them right off.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was thinking LC is just super good right now. Just remove everything from Jakiro. He's got 2 dots, even the stun you can remove. And who they go with? Yeah, it's too obvious. It's too good to pass out. We'll see if Fox Gaming decide to, if they have a counter for it. But Jakiro, Clockwork, not good against Legion Commander, and you already have that nice Skywrath Mage combo as well to work with.
10 seconds remaining.
Core Jakiro, let's go. Dodge the Legion Commander. Don't lane against him. Get something else. Though, if your core spells get removed later down the line, it's gonna be problematic as well. Yeah. Though we'll see what Foxy Gaming decides to do. They ban out the Void Spirit, understandably so. Clockwork really doesn't do anything to the hero. Really, you can be annoying later on in the game with the hookshot pushback, but overall not that big of a deal. Whereas they are targeting carry heroes. They are setting their Legion Commander up for success.
Yeah, and 2 heroes that you generally don't want the game for Legion Commander. Monkey King, if you hit him, so if you duel him, he gets the Jingo Mastery off. Great. Terrorblade can sunder an ally if they're being dueled, and he's just generally hard to bring down. Although his low health, it's he's got high armor but low health, so he's not that bad for Legion Commander. Are they going to go for something like an Ursa ban at this point? That's another hero that Legion Commander generally doesn't really enjoy dueling most of the time. I need to be pretty strong with the Jakiro in the lane as well.
Yeah, for sure. Though, LC isn't really afraid too much of the heroes that can run her down, because Legion Commander is pretty fast. Use the overwhelming odds, you can get yourself away from pretty much anyone, so Ursa usually isn't a problem. They ban out the Juggernaut. Legion deals well with the Jugger as well, and at the start as well as the later stages of the game, but it is still some preference that we're looking at here. Jugger is one of the, if not the strongest carry in the meta right now, so it does make sense you don't want to be playing against it.
10 seconds
for Meh, by the way, one thing Fox Gaming can do is they can definitely take a lineup that's a little bit on the greedier side. We saw Meh, they tend to, they didn't win the laning stage against Run It Down. They took a long time to come back. So, not saying that they're a slow team, but maybe they're not going to be, full on throttle right from the beginning. So, Fox Gaming could consider going for something quite greedy. Lone Druid seems like a hero that I wouldn't mind seeing in this game, honestly.
Yeah, Lone Druid definitely. The hero has been rising in ranks.
For sure.
I'm kind of thinking of while that hero is rising in ranks, we should be seeing a bit more of the Lifestealer, just because it is one of the best, if not the best heroes to deal with the bear, and even the main hero doesn't do too well against him. The Razor gets picked up, and the Queen of Pain gets banned out, so this Razor can go anywhere he wants. He's good against the LC, he builds fast into the BKB, so he's good against the Skywrath Mage. With the Queen of Pain being banned, that's one of the best burst damage heroes that you're actually afraid of. Also a good laner against the Razor if it does come to it. So a really nice bans and then into a Razor pick. I really like what Foxy Gaming came up with right now.
Usually, I like what you said about the Razor. Usually a hero that I think would be pretty good in this game, honestly, would be the Omni Knight. You can dispel everything from Jakiro, the Heavenly Grace, super good against the Legion Commander, and all that Razor physical damage, which is kind of most of Fox Gaming's damage, honestly, right now, can be just nullify with Guardian Angel. And Foxy Game will have to pick something like a Brewmaster to get that AoE purge off, and if they don't, then it's like, we'll see what they go with. They go with the Winter Wyvern, though. Huh. Okay. Yeah, the heal is pretty good. If you can Winter Curse someone next to the Razor, you can get the kill off. Sword in the lane as well. It might be a Razor off lane, at least that's what they're thinking. So Winter Wyvern will be pretty good against that. Okay, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
It's an okay hero. The Clockwork initiates the fight, and the Razor uses the BKB to run in. Immediately, you're gonna be Winter Cursing the Razor. Razor hates playing against these heroes that can stop his run-in, so the Winter Wyvern is perfect for that. And you get frostbitten, and then after it, you get burned. So, you know, for a second, you think that the Lina is your friend, and then suddenly you understand that it's way too much heat going your way. So, Lina, that's the burst damage that you're gonna be playing off of. There is a solid amount of lockdown on the side of Meh. You have heroes that can rotate towards the mid lane and actually help the Lina if she does win the lane. So overall, I'm liking the approach from Meh.
It's very aggressive though. This Legion Commander has to get that fast blink duel combo running out, because you look at the back line for Meh, very squishy, very easy to bring down. So you know, that might be an issue for them. By the way, I have to say something when I see the leader pick. We'll take a second. Zeus comes out, and Foxy Gaming. They're like, oh, duels. Cold Embraces, that's a nice place to put a Nimbus right on top of their butts and get that lightning going. So I love the Zeus pick because it goes into what we're saying. Meh, kind of squishy. I hate Lina's Shard. I know this is going to be a different segue. I hate Lina's Shard. I like the old one. The line of slicing was nice. Gave you cast range. It was nice. Then Ice Fraud had to ruin it with this crappy extra damage Shard on spells that just makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah, it really isn't. It isn't that great. I remember I tried playing a support Lina one time, even though it doesn't work too well any longer on position 4. But you know, and I bought the Shard later on. It really doesn't increase the damage output that much. It is just not as good. Even if you would go to like higher levels when your Dragon Slave is just low cooldown and stuff like that, it is still not good enough.
It's garbage. I mean, like, what was wrong with the old Shard? Come on, Ice Frog, why do you have to ruin it for us? Anyway, Foxy Gaming, they banned out the Chaos Knight, which is one of the classic counters to the Razor, because all those illusions deal full damage. And guess what? Terrorblade's also banned out by Meh themselves, which means that for Meh, the carry selection is gonna be on the difficult side. I was gonna say maybe they might go with something that makes illusions, but Medusa's banned. How do we feel about something like a Drow Ranger or a Luna for Meh?
Oh, I love the Drow Ranger, but no one is actually playing it right now. But I think the Morphling is the right approach. The only thing you're actually afraid of is the Zeus. Other than that, the other heroes don't really threaten you at all. The Razor actually hates playing against you. Plus, you have the Winter Wyvern to heal you in the lane. So I'd be quite okay with the Morphling. Or you could go for something like a Pudge. You know, you're a strength hero. You have a Winter Wyvern to heal you in the lane.
Oh, okay. They went for a Spectre. Did not see that one coming at all, to be honest with you. But I do like it because you can hunt the Zeus down, which I was going to say this might be a problem for them. Plus, anytime a duel comes out, you have like multiple options. Hopefully, you have a Skywrath Rage Mystic Flare. If you don't have a Skywrath Mage, you're like, hey, Spectre, let's jump as Zeus. Let's give him a taste of his own medicine for once. And Foxy Gaming, they go with their Night Stalker. So it's going to be the mid Razor with the off-lane Night Stalker here. I like it. Like, I really like Cat Chaser on this Night Stalker pick because, by God, is Meh going to have a hard time with their support staying alive. Skywrath Mage and Winter Wyvern, you're like, oh, we're just flying around. We're just birds, kinda, whatever we are. And then Night Stalker shows up, beats them down senseless. Very tough. 4 staffs have to be the name of the game for these two supports.
Didn't La play the offlane last time around that we watched Meh? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that they swapped out the roles, that Kang will be in the offlane Legion Commander. I really don't see a core Skywrath Mage working out that well.
You never know, man. You never know. I mean, she could do it. Why not? I mean, I don't think it's gonna work.
Because you want to win.
Because you want to win.
Because you want to win.
Hey, maybe they're taking the run it down approach, you know, where they're like, let's just entertain and hope for the best. We're good enough. But yeah, I guess Blessings gonna go with that Winter Wyvern. I like Foxy Gaming's draft quite a bit, but I do think that they can counter a lot of the enemy's draft just with a couple of force steps, you know. Break Razor Link, break the cogs, get out of Jakiro's Ice Path, get away from Night Stalker's crippling fear. Like, feels like a very good force step game for them.
I think if you're Foxy, there's only one hero that you have to pay attention to, and it is the LC. You have 3 heroes that give you vision: Clockwork, Night Stalker, and the Zeus, whereas the enemies have none. So just because of the vision game, the Spectre, you can count her there, but not really. So that's why when I look at Meh, I just don't see the way for them to start the fight efficiently in this game in particular. Even when they get a blink on Kang, it's pretty much going to be on the back of smokes. If you're not using the smoke, you're most likely going to get scouted out, and you're not going to get the duel off. No duel off, no good Spectral ulti, no chance for the Lina to do the damage, and it's going to be problematic. This last pick, Night Stalker, is just so amazing.
Yes.
Sure, the Razor, he might not be the best hero against the Lina, and might not be the best hero against the Spectre, but this Night Stalker is going to make everyone's game on the side of Foxy so easy.
I completely agree. I think that this Night Stalker pick is absolutely brilliant. Gil, what the hell? She's just standing there taking a little bit extra hits than she needs to. Looks like, yeah, she's definitely falling down. Who are they going to give it to? Against Blessings. I mean, honestly, position 5s, we need some love as well. We need some of that gold. And just feels like it's much deserved for against Blessings. Yeah, the Night Stalker pick is brilliant.
It is, you know, a challenge to get a last hit with 43 damage. So against Blessing, he was definitely trying there, despite seeing that his cores were definitely going to be securing the kill. You know, you want to show just how good you are at last hit, and with 43 damage, killing a hero that's surrounded by 3 others is it is a feat that not a lot of players can pull off.
And later on, if she sees her carry, Miss Elastic, she's like, remember how I lasted the enemy hero? You can't even get a creep? What's wrong with you? So against Blessings, definitely setting the tone for the team. And these two, yeah, there you go. They actually spot out the enemy observer ward, but the sentry just out of range. I'm surprised by this. You can see the ward right here. Oh, anyway, mid is going to be the Lina versus Zeus. I feel like definitely Zeus is going to be fine with this. Lina, now that he has that free jump ability, it feels very hard for the Lina to get the kill.
Yeah, Lina usually is the type of hero that applies pressure, but nah, here it's not gonna be happening. This is just that kind of a hero who doesn't care about your pressure. Top lane, we're looking at it a little bit. Honey Lisa fighting against Le, and it's gonna be a fight of epic proportions, while Kang and Gil are fighting as well without the static link any longer. Kang isn't really going to be threatened by the Razor that much, so every single time that's on cooldown, he's just going to be going forward.
Look at the damage coming out from the... And yeah, it seems like they did swap roles, like you said, because Kang is playing the offlane, and Le, who was the offlaner last time, decided that she wants a break. She wants to play the Skyrath mage. Maybe Kang is just not comfortable on this hero, so they swap them around.
She's probably going to be like, okay, I don't want to play the LC into a Razor, and then Kang says, okay, give it to me. Give it to me. I'm going to do it.
I'll show you how it's done.
They did send Sleepless in the bottom lane with the Jakiro, so it's going to be a position for Jakiro. This hero can be quite annoying, and a pretty solid one to secure the lane for the Night Stalker. Night Stalker is fat. The Jakiro does a lot of damage, but top lane, speaking about being fat, Honey Lisa, almost dead. Oh, uses the healing salve, but that's a lot of investment just to stay alive, and wouldn't even be the first blood. Gil? Oh, Le missed the concussive shot. Gil just went in the trees there a second before Le could use it. So, you know, Gil survives, but without any HP, with the Clockwork denying herself to the creeps, it's gonna be a long time before Gil gets anything going her way.
Yeah, she shows her face. She'll just straight away be killed by the Skylight Mage. So a very strong start from Meg, getting the first blood, getting that Clockwork to sort of kill herself. And Blessings, alright, against Blessings, you might be the first person to fall here. Maybe not. But it's just a lot. Really, the game's going very well for Meh right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep.
She got razor
for sure.
CS. 4.
That's a problem, and you know it might even get worse now because the lane is pushing in. She needs some time to heal herself up. Honey Lisa, being a bit more aggressive than you can, considering that Razor just came over and immediately she took a lot of damage. You know, you just drank a salve and suddenly you're back down to half HP.
Yeah, walked right next to the Sky, the Honey Lisa as she was taking a concussive shot, but okay. They have enough damage. They might actually. She goes back for a second. This could be a problem.
Honey Lisa is looking very dead, but then again, Kang could lose her life too, running away. It's gonna be enough damage. Gil thinking about turning around on Le, but you have to be very careful because the Skyret Mage can be very dangerous. Concussive shot in a second. This time around, Le will take her time, and there it is. She sees Gil, and she gets the kill. Le gets a double kill. The Skyret Mage is gonna be very tough to deal with later on in the game because that's a lot of experience going her way. And bottom lane, Mei's trying to fight this Jakiro because they just cannot threaten the Night Stalker, but that's not gonna be happening. At least YS is farming good for now, but nighttime is coming, and that's where the vampires hunt.
A nice triple stack of big creeps by Foxy Gaming, so that's something that the Zeus can take later on. And Lena's actually also winning the mid lane quite successfully. I mean, the CS is just crazy all over. Look at the denies coming out from there. 7 on the Lena, 13 on Kang's Legion Commander. That's 13 denies. That is insane.
Is it an LC or an Enigma? To be honest,
well, it's an enigma how she got so many denies.
That's really rough for Gil. This Razor is definitely struggling and taking away only 16 damage from DLC. The struggling will continue, especially now once the Skyret Mage returns to the lane. But struggles for the safe laners will start very soon because nighttime is coming as well. YS is gonna start being in some trouble. They already are going for a move.
Sleepless just dies straight away though.
Okay, Sleepless. You went a little bit too deep, and being only level 2 on the Jakiro, giving a little bit more of experience to the Night Stalker definitely hurts you because level 1 in the Dual Breath, level 1 in the in your third spell, just they don't do that much damage. Top lane, La getting the damage taken away, only 15 of it taken out, and Gil, even with that, not gonna be able to do that much damage and farm the creeps. Finally, Sleepless back to this lane, but needs to be careful. She still needs that level 3 to be as effective as she would like to be on this lane.
Yeah, the barbaric damage on level 1 dual breath is 100. Level 2, it doubles to 200. They're trying to kill Yes, but she's kind of tanking. Again, the Sleepless damage is just lacking. Actually goes for the Ice Path level 3, so dual breath still only level 1 here.
The Ice Path, the stun might be enough for Cat Chaser to run down YS, and she will get ran down. Cat Chaser think about going for more, not gonna be happening. The Spectre feeling the wrath of the Night Stalker. Ever since the nighttime came, the farm hasn't been that great, and now it's even gonna be a death that follows.
Quiet from both mid laners though so far. I'm actually surprised that Zeus is allowing her mana to go as low as it can, because if you had the Thunder Gods, you might have been able to actually help kill YS just now. You know, you really kind of rely on that 300 global nuke to help you out.
For sure. We usually see this from Zeus's being super greedy. Some higher tier players will go to the base just to be available to use the Thunder God's Wrath, but with the clarity, it seems like the Zeus might get to a point where he's gonna have enough mana for the Thunder God's Wrath.
Sleepless gonna set up a massive stack for his team. I wonder who's gonna take it actually. Yeah, 4 stack. We'll see if Nin wants to go for it. That is just massive right there.
Yep, 4 stack of the big creeps. There's the Zeus can farm that one, obviously. She needs the mana, and now the Dark Ascension is there. Spectre in a lot of trouble. A vampire's hunting. He's hungry for blood. Some dragon blood as well. That's gonna make me strong, but the Lena comes over. Fight me if you dare. She's gonna make it. daytime again with all of her spells. Now she won't because she's gonna die, and with the help of the Zeus ulti, Cat Chaser now is fighting until death. Can he live? Yes, he can. Now going for a Kiss Blessing. Give me a triple. He's not hungry any longer. He has drank so much blood that Cat Chaser might just get fat out of that one. And on the other part of the map, they get even one kill. 4 heroes of Meh die just like that. And that is all because the Zeus went back to the base, got the mana, and that ulti changed everything.
That was a massive ulti. Like, it hit so many people. And like Skywrath Mage following the top lane as well. That gives a lot of recovery. We were talking. Oh, I hear a duel. Sorry, I hear the roar, but nothing comes out. And Gil, yeah, the LC has 17 knives, but Gil is just fine. He's actually got more gold than her.
Yep. I'm gonna be seeing a net worth in just a second. There it is. All 3 of the cores of Foxy topping the net worth chart. Their supports are struggling, but who cares about the supports? They are meaningless. They're just little guys there who need to secure us with everything we need. That's gonna be the approach, of course. Is it the right one? It is debatable, but that is the way that Foxy will be playing this game. And man, they had a good start to the laning phase, but the last 3 minutes just haven't been working out for them.
No, not at all. And by the way, that big Thunder God's Wrath also gives us a ton of assist gold, because anyone who dies after you hit them with that, he's got 4 assists to his name, by the way. He wasn't even there. Like, he didn't even show up. He was just like, oh, 4 assists? Oh, that's good. Top lane.
Gang? Looking like she should be able to run herself out. Annalisa, though, shouldn't be so lucky. Gil turns around. She wants to save her friend. She wants her friend to live. Doesn't want to get left alone in this world. No problem. We'll send you to hell as well. She gets the duel. 1 versus 4. I will still bring your LC down. It's a double kill for JNA, but it's gonna come at a cost with the Razor. He might drain damage, but he's gonna have 10 to start things off.
I'll be honest, I think Foxy Gaming kind of won that engagement. They forced everyone to TP top. They got a kill on the enemy offlane. Yeah, they traded their carry, but they got 10 free damage. 10 free damage is not cheap. That's like a 500 gold item right there.
Yeah, for sure. The Razor will be happy. Gil will be happy.
Well, this game, it's 7-7, 10 minutes in. Both teams are even slight advantage for Foxy Gaming with the though to JNA. And Elisa is going to cut her off, but they know. Nice movements here by JNA. I think she's going to fall. Oh, Zeus is like, guys, remember me? I exist.
Yeah, this time around, it's not only gonna be assist, it's gonna be a kill as well as an assist. 2 heroes down the top lane, and as you mentioned, you know, if maybe Meh were able to take the tower or secure a few more kills on the top lane, maybe it would be okay. But now the dual damage, the 2 kills on the top lane, you don't get the tower down, everything working out for Foxy. The first night was a success, and Cat Chaser, well, she didn't even leave her lane.
By the way, check out Spectre. Level 7 has not put a point in her ultimate yet. She actually has a skill point she's holding on to, but she just doesn't want to use it. She's like just saving it up. That's kind of... I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like, you know, when I play like a Wraith King or a Spectre, you just put a point in the ultimate, and if you need it, it's there. If you don't need it, it's like, why saving it rarely feels useful. What do you think?
For Wraith King, sometimes it feels useful because if you see that you're gonna die twice, you just don't want it to go on cooldown. But before we finish that thought, we need to be looking at Gil, who might just get dueled right now, trying to run away. Damage taken away. The Mystic Flare. Oh, it did connect there to the end. And Gil in the end loses her life with the duel when going on to Kang. This time around, she's not gonna be losing the duel, and the clockwork just comes over. Honey Lisa will die there. She has been... you know, it's just a shame. It's a lot of shame when you allow your carry to die. So she should have been there to block the smoke. Now, because of that shame, she's just gonna go into her death.
Dying out of shame. I guess that's the thing. And yeah, that's the first dual victory for Kang as well. So she's coming online. Still needs that Blink Dagger. She's quite a ways off from it. That's a scary thing to see. You really need it's all on the Legion Commander to make space for your team. At the same time, JNA is going to go for the BKB. I like that on the lane. I'm just going to make her as tanky able frontline. She deals a good amount of physical damage as is. Nin has the Kaya on the Zeus. Oh, Sleepless. Are you going to be okay? Oh, and we didn't see who took the giant stack, by the way. The giant stack in the triangle. It just disappeared. I wonder who got it. I think Zeus. Probably Zeus, right?
And Zeus or the Razor, both of them are quite okay at taking it. And look at how much damage that Zeus does already. Imagine what's gonna happen once the shard is there. It's just gonna be so many lightnings flying to you. And finally a smoke coming out from Meh. They want to use the Spectral ulti as well, but inside of the cogs, the Lina will burn, her hair will be on fire. You get a free Arcana, my friend, if you want. Now against Blessing, he's flying, but there's one guy that's flying even higher. Nice Winter's Curse though, the Night Stalker gets frozen, but the way that you deal with vampires is with a stake, or you burn them down, not freezing them. That's fine, they are used to the cold, being dead and all. Winter Wyvern on the ground, they want to clip away her wings. Jakiro wants to be the only dragon in this game, but not gonna be happening because the Winter Wyvern gets saved by Kang. And now though, the tower will fall. That second usage of the Dark Ascension, once more the spell will be very, very successful.
And during this whole time, we can see YS farming, but she's actually barely ahead of her own Legion Commander suffering. Oh man, then, oh there you go, YS is here.
Yeah, she's here, and now she can go back to farming because she accomplishes absolutely nothing with the
she
first
used her
haunt.
ultimate. We gotta be nice about that. She used her ultimate, she helped her team. Scared them off a little bit.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. The great usage of the Spectral Haunt defending the mid lane tower. For now, though, we'll see if Foxy can use the downtime of that amazing spell to get the mid lane tower down. Is that better?
Much better, thank you. I feel a lot better about that. But it's a tough situation right now. Foxy Gaming, not much of a kill lead, but 5,000 in terms of net worth. Legion Commander needs that Blink Dagger so she can just jump and save allies, just get those duels off. But look, the net worth is kind of atrocious for Meh on the Spectre. This is really bad.
And she's going for a Diffusal. I think you have to go for a Blade Mail just for the farming potential of the item. This is something that we see on Spectres more often, is the Blade Mail. Going for a Diffusal, sure, it allows you to fight, but it doesn't allow you to farm. And then Foxy can just spread out the map and win.
I think she might be going for Yasha.
Okay. So it's gonna be a Manta.
Yeah.
Okay, that gives you a little bit more in the farming department, I guess. Still not something I want to see because you cannot clear out stacks.
No.
You're just incapable of doing so.
I mean, this is why we see Spectre sort of fall off, right? Like, slow farmer, you need items to help you farm. Your ability to fight is garbage. Your laning stage is... It exists. Oh, big hook shot.
Yeah, it's a big one, and again we're gonna be seeing Cogs into a macro power, but against Blessing he gets himself out. It's gonna be a solo Winter's Curse, so immediately it's gonna stop. And do they want to die for more? They see everything because the night vision is there. The Night Stalker sees everyone going against Blessings, and it will be dueled under the tower. This probably means that he's gonna be going down. Nice ulti from the Zeus, but if you just used it a second earlier, your Night Stalker wouldn't have dove that like a madman, a mad woman. Though, and finally they bring down the vampire, but it's gonna come at a cost, and every single time it is Foxy Gaming that are on the aggressive, so man, not making any moves of their own.
But to be fair, killing Cat Chasers is probably better for them than losing both supports. Like, they're okay with that trade overall. But this Legion Commander Blink Dagger, I keep looking at it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, ah, she's gonna get it. And then you look at it, you're like, oh, you're still like 600 gold away? Alright. She does have at least a second duel victory, so once she gets the Blink Dagger, her duels will be a little bit, a little threatening at least.
Usually also on the Legion Commander we would see the Blade Mail first. I guess knowing that the enemies have better vision than you, during nighttime you would almost never be able to get the duel off. So it does make sense that you have the Blink Dagger. As you mentioned, having 20 duel damage will definitely help, but you still need to get those duels either around the Skyret Mage or around the Lina. On your own, you're not killing anyone, even the squishiest of the Foxy Gaming bunch. But Foxy Gaming, they're not gonna wait for that. They will not wait for you to get the Blink. They'll go for a smoke of their own and going for a hunt on the Spectre.
Plus, they're not really that squishy, right? Like, the supports like Jakiro as well as Clockwork, they're sitting at 1,300 Health. Not like a Skyret which is 1,000, Winter Wyvern with 1,100. Like, they're pretty tanky on the Fox Gaming supports. Smokes up, but there is no ultimate on the Night Stalker, so this may be a risky move for them.
They see Kang. Can they kill her before? Before
Oh, no
she
shot!
gets the... Oh, here she goes onto the Lina. The Mystic Flare is there though. Sure, come into the cogs. Who has caught who in the end? They just get a freebie there, and it's gonna reveal that there is a ward in the triangle there because the Clockwork just went in blindly with that hookshot. They could have went for Kang, delayed the Blink Dagger timing, but they wanted the bigger one. They wanted the Lina, and it ended up in the disaster because now, meh, they know one hero is dead, and they have a Blink Dagger, so they're probably gonna make a play right now.
Do they have any smokes on the Radiant side? They do. Against Blessings has a nice smoke. Could be something that they could go with here. You know, you do have the Blink Dagger. You want to make sure you gave it a good debut, you know, a good premiere to the Blink Dagger. Not a crappy one. But one nice thing about the top lane that we have the Jakir is just he's farming. He's farming nicely by himself. It's I love position 5s who can do that.
The thing is also, even if he dies at that position, it's not a problem for him. Yeah, he doesn't care. And he won't even die. He's not being punished for him. The second he shows on the top lane, he should be going down to a duel +1 hero. But yeah, Mei are just a little bit too timid right now.
Yeah, and you can see Jakiro almost the same net worth as the Legion Commander. Like, that's how good she's playing right now. In the meantime, though, the Zeus #1 in terms of net worth, and we haven't seen this Zeus addressed at all. 2-0-7. Has an Sanj and Kaya, so she's not as fragile as most Zeus, and we'll see what she's gonna go with. Also has the does she have the shard? No, it doesn't have the shard. She's just trying to build towards the Aether lens right now.
Smoke into smoke action.
Oh, here we go.
There's gonna be a lot of tiptoeing around the map, but still they do engage. It's gonna be a nice pad. They get the stun onto the Jakiro and they finally get the kill. Where is the duel? It was already used. They got the kill, and now the ulti from the Zeus. You said he was unaddressed. They are addressing them. They're putting their teammates who get caught by that lightning into the ground. It's a play, but you need to do it while they're alive, not when they die. And Foxy, even though they lose 2 of their supports, they're gonna be claiming 2 of the enemy supports and 1 core on top of that. So once again, the trade will go their way. 1 upside for the side of Mad. They get the dual damage, but is it really something that you're happy with?
Actually, she dueled the Clockwork. I don't think she got the dual damage because she's still stuck at 20.
Oh, she didn't.
No, she didn't. She dueled her. She was able to get the kill, but it was at the very last second, like after the duel ended, because no one was able to support her. No one was able to give her the damage she needed. And by the way, let's look at Spectre again. She's almost got the Manta. Cool. You know, that's really all you can say. Is like Spectre, she's farming. She's getting some gold, but she is still so far behind. When you compare it to the Razor, who's got a BKB, who's already making moves around the map, involved in so many kills.
If you're able to isolate someone, it's still gonna do a lot of damage with the Desolate. I think maybe you wait to see the Zeus. The second he uses his Heavenly Jump, you use the ulti jump on him, and you might have a chance of doing something. Because Foxy Gaming are usually the ones that are going forward. So maybe that is gonna be the play for the Spectre. I certainly hope so, because I don't see him. I don't see the Spectre doing much against some of these heroes that run in deep, because they're just going to be close to each other, and then your Desolate really doesn't do much.
I feel the same. However, I think that the problem with going for the Zeus is that even if she uses her Heavenly Jump, there's still a Clockwork. Like, you have to worry about the Clockwork hooking you in, the cogs keeping you apart, like the barriers. Like, this Clockwork is a massive nightmare as well for the Spectre, because if she jumps in, she's going to jump in alone, right? She's not going to be able to have her friends with her. So it's going to be tough for her to jump the Zeus. It's a lot. Honey Lisa has to be dead or engaged, and then you can jump on the Zeus after she uses Heavenly Jump. There's a lot of ifs to kill a Zeus.
Not sure if Honey Lisa is engaged.
You know what I mean. Alright.
Well, still, they want to go for another smoke. Man, they know they can't just stay behind, despite having a Spectre, which is, you know, arguably the strongest late game hero in this game. You know that you're farther behind, so you need to make the game a little bit more even for the Spectre to actually have any chance of carrying it. But Foxy, they know exactly what's going on. The Zeus is hiding in the trees. They're waiting for the nighttime to come. They don't want any big engagements. They know that 25 to 30 minutes is gonna be their timing, and they will wait for it patiently. The only one that is kind of offering herself there is going to be Sleepless, but again, not even catching the Jakiro means that everyone else on Foxy knows that something is up.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love what Sleepless is doing this game. She's just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to push out How come no one's coming to kill me? Are you guys busy elsewhere? Okay, no problem. I don't mind. And yeah, she's just playing it absolutely amazing. And you, like, they bring her out on mid. They're like, do we go? Is it worth going? And you can see Legion Commander's here. She's gonna need a +1 if she wants to get this sleepless kill. Lena's coming along, but they spot her in the sentry ward. Sleepless. Where is she going? My God, she is creating just a galaxy amount of space for the team.
And Gil is coming over, seems to have an Invis rune, so he's definitely going to be able to get on top of whoever he wants, whoever she wants. They found the Lina, they get the ice pad, the BKB is there, but the BKB will not save you from the heavy physical damage. Take her damage away and kill her with it. Cat Chaser now, he is chasing the rest of them. And let's see now, can she survive this one? It seems like the answer will be yes, but that added movement speed and of course the vision is gonna keep everyone from the side of Meh scared. Oh, Le, what are you doing? You don't want to be there. Using the Mystic Flare to stop the Night Stalker. Not gonna be stopping at all. Now the ulti from the Spectre comes out. They will get the duel. The hookshot will be nice, but still not gonna save the Night Stalker. And they got a double kill on the YS. Anyone who thought the Spectre couldn't do it, well, now the double kill is there, so that's gonna elevate the Spectre a little bit in terms of net worth. Still only on the 5th spot, but definitely will be quite happy with that one. Working towards the Aghanim Scepter. This Spectre very soon will be able to join every single fight.
I gotta say something. I gotta give props to Kang. Big props for one thing. She took the level 10, 200 dual cast range talent instead of the overwhelming odds, which is standard. But in that fight, she was able to actually stand outside of the crippling fear of the Night Stalker and get the duel off. She wouldn't have. That would have been impossible without that talent. So, just really heads up, sort of itemized. I mean, talent choice. I don't know what that counts as, but really good pick by that. And yeah, they stem the bleeding just a little bit. They need that. They need that to happen a few more times though.
Every single time that that kind of a dive is happening, you need to make something happen. Also, 200 dual cast range, but also very nice positioning from the Legion Commander. She could have blinked in a little bit too close, and then it wouldn't have been enough. Nice Stalker, let's say, uses the Void. She runs herself out, and you get nothing. Still, even with the Dark Ascension being down in 20 seconds, the real night will come. The sun will set, and then for 5 minutes, look at this logo of Meh. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be just as scared as that little guy on their logo.
One thing to worry about as well is Sleepless continues to get bigger and bigger. Has a Glimmer Cape, has a Force Staff, on position 5 Jakiro, roughly the same net worth as the Legion Commander, and keeping up in levels as well. So it is becoming, she's becoming a core, you know, because the Skywrath Mage is not quite the same level.
Leia is close though. The Skywrath Mage is quite powerful, does have the 8 toss, would be quite big.
You were saying?
Here she can get onto someone, but they have 2 Force Staffs, and now they go onto this Skywrath Mage. Immediately gets herself out of cogs.
Top
Honey
lane.
Lisa, yeah, very proud of herself. Top lane though, they found the Night Stalker. The duel will stop. Cat Chaser, she used the BKB, does have the armlet toggle.
Oh,
JNA trying to TP herself out, will be successful in doing so, but the rest of the pack, can they get themselves out? Against Blessing, will lose the air battle there against Cat Chaser. Not like she ever stood a chance, and 2 supports are dead around the map for the side of Meh. So Foxy, nice defense of their Night Stalker. It got close though, but in the end they couldn't finish the job on Meh.
A Night Stalker has the shard as well, so she just goes and just chomps the creep. I love how she can just eat a giant creep. Like, that is actually insane how it works out. Like, yeah, I'll just go eat a creep. I don't mind. I restore my health as well. So Cat Chaser, very tanky, but and that Dragon Lance with the regen, not the regen, the physical armor, very useful against all that damage coming out from LC. Are we gonna go for this?
Oh, the Spectre is in. Immediately stun and stop though. The stun does connect onto the Razor, but that's the hero with an Aegis. You have to be careful. They get the duel onto the Night Stalker. Night Stalker is still alive. The hookshot is surviving. She's surviving, but in the end, the duel will be won by Kang. It's gonna come at a cost though. Immediately, she loses her life. JNA going in without the BKB. She has to be very careful, but has the Shadow Blade to keep her alive. They leave the Aegis there onto the Razor. Coming at a cost. The duel victory will be there, but still, Foxy will be more than happy. They take the Aegis for themselves, and now they can continue pushing the advantage.
A tiny mistake came out from Honey Lisa in that fight, by the way. She wasn't able to like get the power cogs on the Legion Commander. She had the mana, but just kind of wasn't. Sorry, she didn't have the money. She had the 3-1 charge. Would have given her enough money, but she didn't use it in time. Bit unfortunate for her. Still, yeah, like you said, Foxy, they'll be happy. They took the Aegis there, but they did give 220 dual damage to the Legion Commander. At 60, 27, that's not too bad. That's a good amount of damage you got there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, the DLC could become an issue later on down the line if she gets like more than 120, 150 damage and is able to bring down the hero solo. That will be a big deal. The saves on the side of Foxy, they don't really have a lot of those, and DLC is approaching her BKB as well. So man, despite being 10k gold behind, they are not out of this game. None of the tier 2s have been taken just yet. So Foxy, they might have the gold lead, but in terms of map control, not looking that right. Skyrat Mage is already dead. Yeah, we're not even gonna look at him that long because he will go into the other world against Blessings. He comes over, thinks she can do something to save her friend, but her friend is already in heavens. So you're gonna have to wait for at least 30 seconds before the resurrection comes over.
Look at the warding by Foxy guy. These lane wars that they have in the mid lane, they killed Skyrat Mage twice with this, and every time Lisa just hook shots her, she's like, yeah, I'm going for her again and again and again and again until she keeps dying. Very unfortunate, and she didn't go for the Force Staff on the Skyrat Mage. She went for the Rod of Atos, an aggressive option that's not paying off for her right now.
And I don't think it's gonna pay off at all because you're playing against 2 Force Staffs, so I think that was definitely a mistake.
Oh,
they found
another
one. That's the vision advantage that Foxy have.
Yep.
Just Zeus, Night Stalker, and the Clockwork. It is impossible to play against it. You need to be on the top part of the map. That mid lane, the bottom lane, it is off limits right now. Foxy are the ones controlling it.
The only way they can go there if they go as 5 people or they have like Spectre ult and just giving them vision. But either way, the mid tower goes down. Roshan still needs about 5 to 8 minutes left. Looks like Razor still got the Aegis for another 2 minutes, by the way. So they can just push whatever they want.
They most definitely can. The tier 1 on the top lane, it is there. It is very unlikely that Mei will defend it, but on the tier 2, they will have to make a stand. If you lose all of your outer towers so early on, it will be problematic. There it is. The tier 1 is gone, but you need creeps if you're ever to dish out any damage to this tier 2. Mei, for now, just being content. They're falling further and further behind. Now with the 14k gold lead, Foxy in even better control, and they found the hero again. Walking into enemy vision is never gonna end up too good for you, and Honey Lisa gets the kill with the rocket flare. I don't even need it for vision. I have my Zeus and my Night Stalker for that.
And a bottom lane. Oh, okay. I thought YS just gonna leave. He's gonna find has the ultimate. What's he gonna go for here? Sleepless. This could be a kill for them actually.
They get the Atos, Sleepless, a bit of trouble. He does have the Force Staff, getting himself away from the Mystic Flare, but Cat Chaser is in the backline. YS needs to use the real Haunt right now. Where is the real Spectre? Where is she gonna go? YS goes to the left, but does it mean that they will stop the chase? Not really. YS, they see which the real one is. JNA uses the BKB. That's gonna be a little bit too late, my friend, if you want to survive. The hook shot does not connect, but the Ice Path will. This Winter Wyvern, she thought she was used to the cold, but the cold does bother her. And Sleepless, just a beautiful connection there. And now it's time for a high ground push. 60 seconds for the lead on the side lanes, but she does have a buyback.
And it's like, what are you really gonna be doing here? If you're mad, you have Candy the one to Wyvern there to maybe get a good ultimate. Your Lina is just so far behind this point, and it's a nightmare. We talked about their squishy lineup, this suffering, and they have a problem with the vision from Foxy Gaming side.
Yo, thinking about staying there, but it's gonna play it safe. Oh, Legend Commander jumping in. Kang, she wants a duel. She's gonna be getting it out. The Blast Rig not really gonna be helping you much there. The Ice Pad doesn't do anything against the BKB, but they save Annalisa for now. The duel will not be there. And now the Thunder God's Wrath. The God of Thunder is starting to dish out the damage. He doesn't even have mana anymore, but right clicks. Come on, Spectre, you and me. Let's have a fist fight. And the Spectre doesn't want to go into that one, knowing that the Zeus has powerful friends behind him.
Good Winter's Curse though, catching the Night Stalker, catching Cat Chaser. right next to an angry Razor. Razor had absorbed plenty of damage. Razor just beat her down. So signs of life, I want to say, but you're still 18,000 gold behind on Meh. And I don't think there's any big item coming out that's going to help them much. I mean, they want to go Scotty on Spectre. She's far. Skywrath Mage is going to go for the Ghost Scepter to keep you alive. Okay, but that's not damage. Lina Daedalus, that could be the big thing. That could be the thing that turns that game around. Because everything else, no one really has an item that I can think, oh wow, that's amazing.
I'm actually weirded out that Lina isn't going for a Silver Edge. You know, all three of the cores inside of Foxy Gaming, they have something that you can break from them. Taking away the movement speed from the Razor, taking away the movement speed from the Night Stalker as well during nighttime is gonna be big. But Lina doesn't think so. I still think the Silver Edge is the superior item out of the two, especially for this game in particular.
Well, I guess she wants the data. She just needs to right click, right? That's what she feels. I just need to right click, and I'll be excited to see. Hey, maybe she'll get the shard. Maybe she'll get the shard. Just gets that spells a little bit more damage. In the meantime, though, we have a smoke breaks. Can you jump on? Ooh, nice Nimbus. Oh my god.
Beautiful Nimbus. They have a hook shot as well. Come on, this is not the way that you wanted to end. Nice cold embrace though. Gang will embrace the cold, but you know, cold showers, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have a long and happy life, because you're gonna be murdered in between those. YS running away, but you're not going anywhere, girl, because you'll get run down. Foxy Gaming looking very, very powerful in this game, and are looking to secure their spot in the grand finals. They got denied a chance to go immediately to the elite tournament, but they will go into the grand finals, where if they win the best of 3 there tomorrow is going to be played, they will go and join the other 3 that have already qualified.
Le has the TP scroll if she wants to go back to defend the base, but you have no Lina, you have no Spectre for 40 seconds, and she's feeling like, alright, yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot. And Zeus thinking, she's like, oh, there, you're here? Hey, let me throw out some light and let me give you some of my love, basically. Let's see, the chase of the heavenly creatures, and then just gets not much of a chase, honestly. But I guess you could say Skywrath Mage kind of forces the Zeus away, but Zeus doesn't even hit towers, so doesn't really lose anything.
I'd say Olympus is higher than the Ghastly Eerie, and a duel comes out. It's gonna be on the Clockwork, the blast streak keeping them alive. It seems like the Clockwork will be surviving. Honey Lisa is okay for now, but not giving a duel and surviving are two different things, so at least they do finish her off in the end. But it's gonna be the towers getting the kill, so no extra gold for any of the meh heroes. It is still not looking super good. You've lost 2 lanes of Rax, you're 28k gold behind, and Lord Gaben has shown his love towards the girls on the side of Foxy Gaming, giving the Arcane Rune to the Zeus. This god is even more powerful now.
And not only that, but Zeus also has a Refresher Orb, so you can throw a lot of Nimbuses, you know. There are 2 BKBs on Meh's side, but I mean, the fact that you can just catch a Spectre. This Spectre, I just really don't know what to say about the Spectre pick. I just don't feel like it's working out for them at all right now.
It
was very
isn't
risky.
For sure.
In the meantime,
even with the Aghanim Scepter.
Night Stalker's got the Nullifier, which is pretty good against the Force Staff from the Winter Wyvern. It can also remove the heal coming out from the Legion Commander, so it's got some pretty uses. Generally, I don't think it matters. Oh, here we go. Onto the Knight.
And JNA, she made her presence known, and now her damage is being taken away. But with the damage, her life will end too. The buyback of the Winter Wyvern will accomplish absolutely nothing. Can going for a TP out. Is that gonna be successful? The Ice Path. Oh, that was a perfect TP out, knowing that her BKB was gonna expire in exactly 3 seconds. Now the Spectre in some trouble. You mentioned the Nullifier. It does so much damage. The right clicks from Cat Chaser are gonna hurt so much, and the Spectre's blood gets spilled yet again, but it is not gonna go in vain. It's gonna be drinked in its entirety by the Night Stalker, a level 25 vampire who is hungry for even more blood from the Meh side.
The only positive you can say for Meh is that their tier 2 has backdoor protection because they pushed out the lane a little bit. That's it though. Everything else complete disaster. Foxy Gaming gonna get the Roshan as well. They forced a buyback from against Blessings, which doesn't really matter. Does the Winter Wyvern have a Blink Dagger? No, she's got Force Staff and Arcane Boots only. So sometimes you're like, oh yeah, if we have Enigma, we have Winter Wyvern, we have a Magnus to get those big ultimates. But with Wyvern with a 4-staff, it's very difficult to get those big ultimates that you need. And again, Zeus is completely unaddressed. Just completely unaddressed this game.
Yeah, they have nothing to get on top of her. It is insane, you know, even with the Spectral Haunt, if the Zeus has the Heavenly Jump, and pretty much he has it all the time, considering the Octarine Core and the Refresher, I don't know what you do. 7-second cooldown on that spell, and again, you have the Refresher to do it again. Just looks like an easy game now for Foxy Gaming to end.
35,000 gold as well. It's not the 1,000 gold per minute that we say, the GPM of death that we expect. But for Foxy Gaming, this looks unstoppable. You know, there just doesn't look like there's really any way we can take this. And Jill just stands by. Look at that! Look at the lightning on the ground.
Yeah, just so much lightning here. You're gonna be needing something to help you against that, and at
Good
least
duo.
they killed the Razor, so he's not gonna be zapping anyone for 5 seconds. But Lina, she gets zapped by the much scarier Zeus. You don't even see him, and he's destroying you from up above. Fighting against gods is not smart. You need to respect their authority. Being a god is no joke. And look at this, they all buy back, but they're just staying in their base because Zeus has shown them their place, and that is the only part of the map that you can stay alive in.
And even then, they just get mega creeps. Foxy Gaming kind of stomping their way to victory here. GNA, she's gonna make it back to base. You're gonna survive, but to what end, I ask? It looks like...
Okay, they control their fountain. It's okay, they haven't been pushed out of it just yet. But where are you gonna go? When a cat is in a corner, that is when it will show just how powerful it can be. Can they attack their enemies? Can they scratch? Can they bite? It seems like the answer will be no. Meh will just stay in their fountain as their throne falls, and it will be a very, very cruel end for them. Can you get out? Can you fight? Do your enemies even care about you, or will they focus on the throne? They'll focus on the throne, they'll end the game, and they'll secure a spot at the grand finals, whereas Meh will drop to the lower bracket, and they're gonna have to fight tomorrow for a chance to be in the grand finals, for a chance to get the revenge onto Foxy Gaming.
I mean, this was what we sort of said. Foxy Gaming, their position 4 in the leaderboards, they performed well. They just never had quite enough to beat the other 3 top teams. They come in here, they make Meh, who looked pretty solid in the opening game of the series. They made him look pretty bad. Like that, it all comes down. Honestly, I feel like the Night Stalker last pick, it was a pure draft advantage for Fox's Gaming. They drafted beautifully. They have Night Stalker against these squishy supports, providing them with the vision. They have the Zeus that no one could catch, and it was just all in for Fox Gaming. Really good play by them.
Yeah, good draft, good play, understanding just how powerful the Night Stalker can be, having this heavy vision type lineup and utilizing it perfectly. I think Mad just didn't understand that they were constantly under vision. Even when the heroes weren't there, they were running into wards, and just not having enough of the map and being already 10k goal behind tends to do that to you. But in the end, you know, Mad, they did put up some kind of a fight. In the end, definitely not good enough.
Honey Lisa's ward, the one that she puts right next to the tier 2 tower in the mid lane, that was so good because we see her keep getting those hook shots in like 4 or 5 times. She was able to get the hook shot on the enemy side, and that was a big deal. Like, that really shut them down. I didn't feel the Rod of Atos from the Skyath Mage. I thought that was very wishful thinking that you're going to get it rather than a 4-staff, for example. That could have kept her alive in a couple situations. Either way, Foxy Gaming, still a tier above right in that game.
Yeah, for sure. I guess, you know, the Atos is something that you usually go for in pubs. It just felt right. Obviously, these are not like big formed teams. Most of these teams are pretty much, you know, friends playing in stacks. They're trying to compete. They're having fun, and you know, if you go on autopilot, don't think there for a second it's gonna end up that way. Playing against 2 4-staffs, going for an Atos, it is just not gonna work. But there's so much more that was the issue in that game. In particular, so we really can't point at just one item. But overall, I have to say that throughout the day we still have one more series, but I am impressed by the Dota that I'm seeing. I didn't know what I was gonna see when I came in today, and I'm quite happy with the performance of all of the teams that we watched so far.
Yeah, all the teams have been putting up an amazing show, and we want to just congratulate Foxy Gaming for making all the way to grand finals. But we still have one more game. We still have the lower bracket semifinals, I believe. Sorry, yeah, lower bracket semifinals, I believe, for the to wild card. We're gonna take a little bit of a break here. We're gonna give you these teams some time to rest. I'm Atomo, joining me is the Harry Freak, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit.